Sir, thank you, sir. At this time, I don't see any question in the chat room. But friends, if you have any question, please unmute your device.
And remember, if you don't have a question, you can also say, I like to know about, or I like to talk about, and whatever talking points you wanted to talk about. May it be Nandi, may it be sitting on the floor, or whatever you think. Ji.
So could you kindly ask Aziz sir to go through the recitation of Tobo Tobo during Dua Karavi? It's just friends asking just for the clarification.
Okay, so I can do that today. That is one of our talking point in Dua Karani, Niyaz and Chanta and Memani. But quickly, because the Jamat Khana is place of asking for forgiveness and to forget. If you look at the point number 4, place where we can forget our sin and ask for forgiveness. So when we get to number 4 point, we have that in our list to talk about. Literally, that is the place to remember what we have done. And remember, we do sin in 4 different ways. 4 different ways. Knowingly, unknowingly, willingly, unwillingly. Think about that. We do commit sins in 4 different ways. Knowingly, unknowingly, willingly. Who would commit sin willingly? But we do. Willingly and unwillingly. And that is the reason that we have a daily practice of asking for forgiveness in Tobo Tobo. Because without that, we would have so many sins, knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly, that at the end of the time, we will be pushed and buried in this sin. So Imam has given us a way out to remember your sin, ask for forgiveness. And you can forget sins of the others who have hurt you somehow. You also need to open your heart and forget them too. G.
Okay, and also a friend asking about a request to speak on Abi Shafa and Shukrit concept.
Yes, we will talk about that. So let me write down this point. So Tobo Tobo and Niyaz. Yes. So those are the talking points. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And also friend asking, I would like to know more about the Awal Manzil Seva. Can we consider it more upper side than shoe company?
All right, that's a good, really good question. So we will see how one in its own place is higher service than the other in its own place. So yes, that's a very good question. Thank you. I'm writing it down. G.
And also friend asking about wearing black clothes in Jamat Khana.
Okay. So black clothes in Jamat Khana. Why we would not wear black clothes in Jamat Khana? So that should be the question. There is a historical background and there is a moral or understanding of the black cloth. So first, historical background. Back in 40s and 50s, and I'm talking about the time of Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah, may our soul be sacrificed to that Imam, in his time, there was a lot of influence and a lot of कोशिश हो रही थी बहुत ज़्यादा. The Shnashri Jamat, the Shia Jamat, they were pushing and they were trying and they were influencing our Ismaili Jamaat to become Shia, Ishnashri. And their symbol was the black cloth. Why their symbol was black cloth? Not was. Their symbol even today is black cloth. Because they are still in the mourning of Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Mola Ali's Shahadat. So, Imam at that time, remember there are four kind of faramin. The farman of the time, farman of the place, farman of the zahir, and farman of the batin. I'm talking about the farman of the place and a time. Those two farman, of the place and a time. In that place and that time, Imam says, do not associate yourself by wearing black clothes with Shia Sunni. So do not wear black clothes. And second was, the black clothes represent that you are upset, you are sad, you are in mourning, somebody had died. Imam said, in our tariqah, your Imam is living, present, and you have nothing to be sad about. There's nothing to be mourned about because your Imam is living. So why do we need to wear black clothes? But if you look at today, we wear black suits, we wear black ties, we wear black shirts. But Imam doesn't like for us to wear black clothes because we are in mourn. We are not mourning anyone. We are with living Imam. So I see questions that says full black clothes are prohibited. Again, don't we wear black suit? Remember, what is the purpose behind it? Mullah doesn't like black color, right? So we wear other colorful, happy colors, especially white, but other happy colors, right? Because black color belongs to the side where we are sad due to someone has died. So it's not prohibited. Prohibited means that if you show up in a black cloth, volunteer will not let you inside the Jamat Khana. That is prohibited. It's not. But we have no reason to wear black clothes, especially if our Imam doesn't like it. Right? So let's take an example. In your home, your parents may not like you to wear some kind of cloth, whatever that cloth may be. Then you will not wear those clothes around your parents. Right? So Imam and the Jamat Khana, you are going there to please the Imam. And the black color kind of blocks you, kind of bring their mood in your heart. But if you're wearing a white and colorful cloth, it will bring their mood in your heart, in your mind, in your thoughts, and people around you. If you are wearing happy colors, then it will help you and will help the people around you. And inshallah, we will make Imam happy too. Ji.
Next question is, would like to know more about the spiritual symbolism in the physical features and the architectural features in the various Jamat Khana building. Is there any significance of dome in Jamat Khana, or it is coming from Islamic history?
Very good. So we can cover this as a topic point because it looks like there are two questions. There is this, every single thing that you put in a Jamat Khana has a meaning to it. Especially the modern Jamat Khana which we have built in last, let's say, 60 years of Hazrat Imam's time. Each Jamat Khana has a particular background, reason, purpose of every single thing we put in. And we can talk about, and I can only talk about the Jamat Khana that I go into. how Mola has approved, and in the guidance and in the front of Prince Amin Muhammad, this Jamat Khana was built, and it was built on the number 9. And number 9 is for what? What is it special about number 9? They built everything in 9. And we will talk about that. I'm writing this point down. Why this Jamat Khana was built on number 9. And we will talk about that. Yeah, thank you.
And also a friend asking about the concept behind ziyarat and Godani dua.
Very good. Yes. So dua after the death. Okay. Thank you for giving us all this topic and talking point, because this will really help what you wanted to hear, not what I wanted to talk about. Thank you. I appreciate that. G.
And also friends asking Abul Sufro and how the Nandi started. The history of Nandi. How it started.
So we'll talk about Nandi, Memani and Abul Sufro. Okay. And I like this one, the direction of the Kaaba. So someone asking about the direction of the Kaaba. So I can share something about direction of the Kaaba, and we can talk about it in detail, but in a short. What is the direction of the Kaaba? When we are in Jamat Khana, when we are at home, when we are in traveling, what we are saying that we are facing toward our Imam. Imam is our Kaaba today. Remember, our tariqah is a batini tariqah, not a physical tariqah. In physical Shariat, in Shariat, Kaaba is a physical place and a direction. In Batin, your heart, where Imam is. Meaning, your Imam is your Kaaba and your direction. But this is a great point that we could cover as a point. Why in Shariat one way and why in Hakikat it changes. What is the reason behind that? And we have a great points we can talk about, the direction and possibility of directions in dua. G.
And also a friend asking about the various Mehmani bowls kept at Mukhi Sahib and Mukhani Sahib part.
Okay, say that again. What is the question?
Various Mehmani bowls kept at Mukhi Sahib and Mukhani Sahib part.
G. So I will add that to Nandi on Mukhi Sahib's part. Okay.
And also asking significance of the service majlis of Panch Basa.
All the majalis.
Panch Bar.
We can talk about all the majalis combined. G.
And I think the friends are also asking about the significance of number. I think you just mentioned about number 9.
Right. So we will talk about this one Jamat Khana in Texas, which was built on 9. And we will talk about that because it will require 20-30 minutes of explanation why number 9. So I have written down the talking point and we will talk about that.
And also asking about, is it true that agarbatti are not good for angels but Luban draws angels?
With apology, I do not agree with that. But if you like to talk about that, we can talk about it. And why we used to have it, we no longer have it. We can talk about all of that if anyone need to know. If that is important to you, that topic, then we can talk about it. If it's just for information purposes, then angels does not have a physical body, so it doesn't bother them one way or the other. G.
Okay. I think one of the friends asking the question, so Aziz bhai said that you have to love the Jamaat equally when in Jamaat Khana. How can you learn to accept people that are there to socialize and continue talking of Mandani? I'm not sure how it's said. Is it Mandani things as individual want to concentrate on ibadat and evening prayers? These are repeated the same people who come to Jamaat Khana and disturb others with their gossip and talk loud enough to disturb the few that are sitting around them. Sometimes it is not possible to move away from that space because of space in Jamaat Khana.
If you remember in the very last session on the Jamaat Khana, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, had talked about this very subject. So if you like, leave a number with Kamla Sahib and we can share the recording. Listen to the recording, and then at the end there was some question answer, and we had talked about this in great detail. And yes, sometimes it is disturbing, but as a combined, as a Jamaat, inshallah, we have the opportunity today, and when I say we, meaning the entire Jamaat has the opportunity today, since we have kind of temporary lost our Jamaat Khana where we can go to be gathered with our Jamaat. Hopefully this will give us a more greater sense and understanding and the respect, especially for our praying hall, inshallah. So share your number with Kamle Sahib, and he will share the last session on Jamaat Khana, which was delivered 3 weeks ago. Ji.
And also friend asking about the Mubarak Majlis and the Dasoon requirements of that Majlis.
We can talk about Dasoon generically, and if you like, there is a session on Dasoon today at 1 o'clock Dallas time, our time, Texas time, 1 o'clock on Dasoon on Zoom, and we had one last week on Dasoon. You can take the recording and listen to it. We will not talk about Mubarak Madli in particular, but we will talk about the Dasoon and the greater Dasoon, higher Dasoon in generic. Yes, we will talk about that. Ji.
And another question is very interesting. Can you please talk about whether Rouhani and angels also come to Jamaat Khana?
Sure, why not? Yes. The question should be, why would they come to Jamaat Khana? What is the purpose of them to come to Jamaat Khana? That would be the right question to ask, and a great question to ask. Ji.
Asking, most of the Jamaat Khana new building have a structure tours which gives explanation about the building structure, which includes Zahir and Batin. We have a tour guide.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is a great. Save this and share with the listener. Do they have a virtual tour, may I ask, of Houston Jamaat Khana? Or are they talking about the physical, literal tour?
Yeah, it's a tour, literal tour, I think they talk about.
Okay. Because if this person can get in touch with me and can give me a virtual tour, I would appreciate that, because right now I don't think it's a proper time to go visit or take a tour in any Jamaat Khana. But if they can help us or come on this line and give us a virtual tour, there will be a great service to everybody who's not living in Houston. So do talk to that person and see if they can do that for us.
So another interesting question: why we pay money to enter into majlis?
Very good question. Yes, I like this question. Thank you. We will cover that.
That is it, sir. I don't see any more of the request in the chat. Let me check one more.